All right, welcome everybody. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. Today, I'm going to be covering in a training, I'm going to be going over a 39-page manifesto where I'm going to be revealing the new, simple, automated marketing system that we're using to sell 1 to 2 cash packages each and every day with ease inside my partner, Dr. Ben Boggy's practice. This screenshot right here was taken today over the last 12 months of inside of ProKinetics Physical Therapy, where we have implemented and invented this new system called the Objection Prehab funnel that I am going to be walking all of you through here in this training today. Oh, there we go. We're walking you through this entire training here today and showing you exactly how we're doing it and how even new practices can use it to sell 3 to 5 additional cash packages per week inside of their practice. So if you guys want access to this 39-page manifesto where we break down the entire system, go ahead and put prehab inside of the comments inside of this live stream wherever you may be watching it. Now, for those of you who are on here live, can you drop me a comment? Just make sure you're hearing me okay, you're seeing me okay, and the audio is coming through just fine. Won't continue until I have some confirmation that the audio is coming through okay. Yeah, Mark, what's going on? Tim, what's happening? Audio coming through okay before I dive in? Perfect. Awesome, guys. So this new system that we've created that is new, simple, and fully automated is called the Objection Prehab funnel, and it's night and day different than common practice growth methods that you're familiar with because of how it's able to systematically and ethically manufacture trust with prospects before they book an evaluation, leading to more bookings, higher show-up rates, higher close rates, and less objections. And as you'll see, it can be managed in-house by just one person in less than an hour every single day. The best part is that you don't have to keep tinkering with or changing the system as you scale. We've used it nonstop and generated over $10 million in cash package sales for our own physical therapy business. What's up, guys? My name is Jordan Mather. You may recognize my name. If you're inside of this group, I'm sure you do. If you're watching this on YouTube, it might be something new for you. So I'm the guy who builds scaling systems for some of the most profitable cash physical therapy businesses in the world. People like Jared Carter, Jeff Moore in his ICE program, Stacey Barber with PhysioFix, Ben Boggy, Chris Smith, Dr. AJ Cohen, William Shop, Roger Seong, Christian Mercel, Luke Greenwell, many of the high 6 and 7-figure cash physical therapy practices and coaches you've heard of today were at one point my client or have attended my 100 plus person live event in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, I've helped build over 500 cash practice growth systems just in the last 4 years, optimizing hundreds of patient journeys and package conversion funnels, generating millions of dollars in cash package sales for my clients. Now, everything I do for myself and for my clients centers around efficiency and building a practice that operates without the owner's direct involvement so that they can spend their time doing the things that they truly love in life, whether that's in the practice or outside of it. Now, this is reflected in my partner Ben Boggy's practice, where we've generated over $10 million in cash package sales with less than 10 employees, while we've had the free time to travel the world twice per year with our friends and family, start investing in real estate, and of course, share our knowledge with the rest of the profession. Now, the truth is that we've entered into a trust recession. Fewer than 3 out of 10 US adults indicate that they trust healthcare information, and trust is at the lowest it's been in 40 years inside the United States. Skepticism is at an all-time high, information is abundant, and competition is everywhere. And people just simply don't trust you. So free discovery visits, hard selling, fake scarcity, voucher ads, webinars, DMs, local workshops, they no longer work. I know because we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and countless hours trying to do them ourselves, testing different strategies, doing it over and over and over again, making iterations, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, they no longer work mainly because they don't build enough trust before the evaluation happens. This explains why you don't have consistent patients. You're having to convince people to work with you. You can't charge what it is that you're worth, and you're riddled with, I want to use my insurance, I need to think about it, or I'm just looking for information-based objections. Okay, this leads to really high marketing costs, stressing every day to find more patients, riding the revenue roller coaster, and not being able to pay yourself, unable to hire staff, and considering shutting down your practice, or in a lot of scenarios, leaving the profession for good. Okay, the old way of patient acquisition was running some sort of Facebook ads to a voucher, to a form, getting them on a discovery call, and then hopefully getting to an evaluation where more than likely you get ghosted because you can't overcome their belief that they should be using their insurance and that you can get them an outcome that they can't get elsewhere. Okay, or you're doing cold walk-ins, dropping off brochures, meeting with referral sources for coffee, trying to schedule a workshop and hoping that they actually promote that workshop where you might have the potential to evaluate a few patients and then you get ghosted. Or you're posting content on an ongoing basis. You're really good at playing the content game and you're cold DMing people every single day, hoping to get a discovery call, again, hoping that for the possibility that they schedule an evaluation, only to have those hundreds of messages that you're sending on a weekly basis lead into you getting ghosted. Okay, and trying to build all of this trust in a 10-minute discovery call or during an evaluation typically forces a practice to rely on gimmicky sales tactics and endless workshops, creating this massive bottleneck inside of your practice. Because guess who's doing that? You, the owner. Okay, think back on every single purchase that you've made that was $1,500 or more. I can guarantee that you decided to make that purchase long before you showed up for the sales call or that meeting. And if you didn't, you likely either canceled, didn't show up, or decided in advance that you weren't going to commit to anything and you were just there to collect information. Okay, this could be exactly what your prospects are doing to you. And we call this phenomenon scheduler's remorse. Okay, after conducting over 7,000 discovery calls and 500 evaluations and selling 4,500 cash packages, there are 7 different beliefs that prospects must have before they're willing to invest their time and money into cash pay services, which is actually pretty enlightening because that also means that there are only 7 reasons that your prospects do or do not invest. Okay, in short, more belief equals more trust equals more sales. Okay, our tracking systems confirm this. For every patient who spends $2,000 or more with us, they found us online, they booked a consultation, and they arrived already convinced that traditional in-network treatment won't meet their needs. They can't achieve their goals on their own. The cost of not working with us is outweighed by the investment. The cost of not working with us is only outweighed, or the cost of not working with us is far greater than the investment. Our process is superior to anything that they've already tried. Their family supports them, and they have the resources and are committed to solving their problem. Okay, they're showing up to our evaluation having already gone through all of this stuff and have these beliefs. Okay, this may seem like an absolute crazy amount of things to cover during a discovery call or during a consultation call. That's why we begin prehabbing objections from the very first impression with our brands. Okay, we've carefully sculpted a prospect journey after analyzing thousands of ads, emails, sales calls, and patient journeys to systematically pack our schedules with highly motivated patients who trust us. They show up, they invest, they refer, and then they invest again. The solution isn't just paid ads. It's not how you optimize your advertising campaigns. It's definitely not a magic sales script, and it's not posting content or spending all of your free time doing networking and conducting workshops. Okay, the solution is the Objection Prehab funnel. Okay, this is a new kind of conversion system that thrives in today's trust recession, one that relies more on systems than people, and one that can be managed in-house by just one person in less than 1 hour per day, often much less than that. Since installing the Objection Prehab funnel in my partner's practice, we fired our marketing agency, grown from $200,000 a year to doing more than $2 million a year in just 4 years with a 30% profit margin. It skyrocketed our cash package close rate from 60% to a consistent 90% month over month across 9 different clinicians. It jumped our booking rate to 64% from cold leads. Our paid in fulls increased from 15% to 32%. Our average visits per plan of care grew from 7.2 to 9.9 visits. And we built a business that serves us in our time rather than consuming all of it. Okay, the Objection Prehab funnel systematically manufactures an emotional connection and builds trust, creating this buyer journey that leads to more calls, higher quality bookings that are ready to buy, and even more importantly, can generate patients while you're sleeping. Okay, let's talk about what this actually looks like. I want to show you and talk a little bit about the old way of doing this. Okay, so this is the objection prehab funnel. Now, it used to be where marketing was really easy and all you needed to do was run an ad, get someone on the phone, and you'd be able to convert them. But things have drastically changed. Now, all marketing strategies that are out there, they are entirely based around diminishing your value, putting out discounted rates, and then hoping that you can convert them during one phone call. But having to have all of that pressure, having to shift all of those beliefs, having to build all of that trust in one single interaction is really, really hard. And so we need systems that are designed to nurture people at every single step of the buying journey, to build trust, to make them feel validated and break their beliefs that they have around what they should be doing to improve their health. Right. And so our system covers every one of the 5 mechanisms of business. Okay. Most people only focus on marketing and they focus on sales and they focus very little on everything else. There's lead acquisition, lead nurturing, conversions, fulfillment. Oh, let me zoom back in. Fulfillment, and then there's retention. And you have to have a system that has all interconnected parts that builds off of one another to create this seamless patient experience where they can tell instantly you're head and shoulders above anything else they've ever tried, leaving them to assume that you are better and can get a better outcome than anything that they have ever tried. And so it starts with our lead acquisition system. Okay, so there's 3 prongs to how we do our patient acquisition systems. There's the paid advertising with meta ads. There's our website and our organic SEO, and then there's our local networking. It's not that you need any one of these or any one of these is better than the rest. You need all 3 of them so you have an omnipresent brand out there in the marketplace where people can find you in one place and go and research you in another. Okay, and so what we do is I'll give you a visual breakdown of this. So at the very top of the funnel, when we're running ads, the first thing that we're doing is doing brand building content. Okay, and so we give every single one of our clients an entire swipe file of all of our top performing ads in dozens of different populations. And then we help them create their own top of funnel content where they're putting out some videos, where they're doing something to build awareness and to start building an audience. And then we're able to start to retarget them with some of our retargeting ads, putting an offer in front of them that is too specific and hits on too precise of a pain point with them for them to ignore. Okay, from there, once we get them, we drive them to landing pages. And if they decide to book right then and there, then we'll enter into the next step. Before I do that, I want to show you some of the results that this particular campaign is able to generate when we're using this funnel. This is a breakdown of one of our clients' ad campaigns from an entire year. Now, I'm not going to bore you with these results, but over the course of over 12 months, I spent $23,000 on ads, generated over almost $130,000 at a 5.4 return on investment. Now, this is not unusual. Here's why and how this actually works. So if leads opt in, they're taken to our landing page. If they do not opt in, we are then retargeting them with more top of funnel nurturing content so they can get to know you, they can get to know your face, they can get to know how you operate your business. From there, if they do opt in, then I'll get down to that in a second, because what happens when they opt in from a website and through your workshops is all the same process. And so we have our meta ads driving traffic into our business. Every single one of our clients, we build them a custom, high converting SEO optimized website that once people see our ads, they interact with it. If they don't opt in right away, they go and look up our brand and they find our website. From there, they start to look at all of our Google reviews. From there, they have 4 different options on what they can do from there, because each different lead entering your website is at a different stage of buyer awareness. And so we need multiple calls to actions to get them to take action. Because if you just have book a call now, there's a ton of traffic that you're missing out on that would have otherwise opted in given another option. So we have book a discovery visit, talk to a PT, request information on availability and pricing. And by having these multiple options, we're getting a landslide of new leads coming into our businesses where people who have never sold or generated leads from their website are suddenly selling 3, 4, 5 packages per month from their website. Within 60 days of launching your website, we had a client generate $30,000. We had Will, who generated over $22,000 from his new website. Lacey Santana, brand new website, getting 6 leads each and every month, with 5 of them actually booking into evaluations. So these are generating high quality prospects that are actually getting on the calendar and they're actually buying plans of care. Now, the third prong of the lead acquisition stage of the funnel is our workshops. Now, having a great website, having great brand awareness going out there with paid ads makes organic marketing even easier because people have seen you before. And when you go in to do your networking, it's not from a place of desperation. You have cash flow coming in. You don't need them to work with you. And that energy they're able to go into that conversation with leads to people wanting to work with you substantially more. Okay, so that's the lead acquisition stage. That handles everything from the point someone discovers you to the point they give you your information. Between the point that they opt in and actually get on the schedule, this is the lead nurturing stage of the funnel where we handle things very differently than any other marketing system that's out there. Okay, so once someone opts in, our thank you page gives them a special incentive to book and schedule their own call right away. Okay, from there, we take them to actually book their appointment. Once we get their information, we're sending them additional information, encouraging them to book an appointment, and we're actually giving them a personalized video that tells them what the next steps are, what it is they can expect, and allow them to start building a relationship with the person they're going to be working with. Now, if they actually watch this video, we're able to set up automations where if they don't watch this video, we continue to nurture them and push them to actually booking that appointment. Now, if they watch that video, we're able to automatically send them another video acknowledging the fact that they watched that and giving them the next step in the funnel, which creates this world-class experience, getting more people to actually book that appointment. Now, if people do get to your booking page, but they do not book, we put them straight into our automated lead follow-up system that lasts about 5 days. And then after the 5 days, it drops them into a monthly and quarterly reactivation and nurturing system to make sure that we're capitalizing on every single opportunity our business gets. Okay, if they do book, this is where our real consultative sales approach starts to take effect. We take them through a sales process or in a consultative sales process that feels unlike anything they've ever tried after that. If they're a good fit, we bring them in and the CEO actually introduces the first email. The CEO introduces the treating physical therapist so that you have all the credibility. You're the CEO of the business. Now you're able to put your treating PT on a pedestal and get your prospect really excited to go in and meet them. And so this video is something that I actually do with the treating PT. And then the day afterwards, the treating PT sends them a video telling them how excited they are to see them, what it is they can expect during that first evaluation. And of course, we also deliver an email helping them see and feel validated for taking that next step. Now, once they're scheduled, we have a completely different onboarding experience that most people never expect coming from a healthcare provider. Okay, it's called motivational interviewing. And so a part of our onboarding intake form, it doesn't feel like any intake form anyone has ever taken. It's talking to them much more deeply about what it is they truly want out of their life, what it is they've tried, why they think those things didn't work. If they achieve their goals, what is that going to mean to them? And so the result is them leading, feeling that they're going to get so much more value out of their evaluation than they expected that they're actually going to. Now, if they actually complete their intake paperwork, our automations notify the treating PT to then send them yet another personalized welcome video that we just record off of our phone and say, hey, I got your intake paperwork, give a quick summary of the thing, reinstill confidence that you can absolutely help them, and then tell them again what to expect for that next visit. Now, if they show up, then we don't have to worry about this. But if they don't, then we enter them into a no-show sequence that continues to nurture them over the next 30 days, trying to get them in, and then enters them into more of a long-term nurture sequence. So again, we're not missing out on any opportunity. Just because a lead doesn't book doesn't mean that they're not a perfect fit person. They just have a lot of things going on in their life, and they might not be ready to trust you just yet. Now, once we get them in, now we're talking about conversions. Everything from the point that someone opts in and shows up for that appointment, that's a lead nurturing system. Okay, once we actually get them in and we're in front of them, now it's time to actually build a system for converting evals into cash packages with ease. And what we've done is created something that makes it a no-brainer to move forward with us. And so we do things like, one, we help our clients design a world-class greeting on how to make the best first impression possible as soon as someone sets eyes on your practice and walks in. We have walls of all of our top Google reviews hung up that not only gives them the social proof they need to know that they're in the right place, but it also encourages them to also leave a review so that they can get on that wall. from that first eval, we want to do three things. We want to create an emotion-based win. We want to create an action-based win, and we want to create an outcome-based win. When we're able to do all of those things, it creates this effect that makes them feel like they've made more progress and made more momentum in the last 60 minutes than they have in the last several months or years working with other providers. And we do that by going through our evaluation process where we're collecting all of the pain points that they're experiencing, every single thing that we can possibly help them solve, and we tailor that into a presentation using our Mount Dumore system to show them how not only are we going to get you out of the pain that you came in for, but we're going to eliminate the root cause of all these other issues. So you're not just feeling as good as you were, but you're feeling better than you ever have. And we track this entire process across our teams by using our evaluation scorecard, making sure that we're hitting on all of the correct emotional points that gets people excited to invest in cash physical therapy. And if they don't, that's fine. Our system puts them back into a nurturing system to reactivate them at a later date. Now that we're getting deeper in the funnel, we start to look a little bit more into our fulfillment, our retention. And so as far as fulfillment goes, of course, we're surveying our clients, getting NPS data so we know what we need to improve. We know who's at risk and who's a world-class person that we should get a review from. How do we design our HEPs? How are we following up with evals after they commit to a plan of care? Okay, and so some of the things that we're doing is we give our clients not only a workbook and work with them to design this world-class experience that's head and shoulders above what they've tried, but we also give them all of our scripts on how to collect more referrals and how to generate Google reviews. Frank Allen came to us almost about to shut down his practice, didn't know what he was going to do, almost had no Google reviews, implementing our scripts and our processes for generating reviews. Over a year later, he now has 200 reviews. Using our referral systems and using the referral cards we give out to key candidates who we think are great referral sources, one of our clients was able to increase and make 50% of all of his revenue come from word of mouth. When he started with us, he was doing less than $10,000 a month. He's now doing $60,000 a month. And half of that, even though it started with mostly Facebook ads and workshops, now more than half of it using our referral system are coming from word of mouth patients. Now, the most important thing anyone can do for their business is be able to retain their patients longer. The more you retain them, the less you have to worry about getting more. And so in the retention stage, we're teaching our prospects how to design and enroll their patients into their own unique continuity program, their own custom sauce on how to help people live happier and healthier lives. Now, doing this, Kayla just launched her brand new program in June, and now almost 10% of all of her revenue is coming from monthly recurring revenue coming from continuity. We also teach quarterly promo cycles to run to our list to reactivate past patients and to reactivate cold leads. That is generating tens of thousands of dollars for clients. We had Luke generate $40,000 with a simple email template that we gave him. We had Christian send out a text blast that we designed for him that generated over 100 people opting back in to get a $49 evaluation from him. And this equated to tens of thousands of dollars in revenue. And so this system isn't just about ads. It's not just about sales. It is about creating a seamless experience that can be felt and is immediately recognized as a world-class system that is worthy of a premium price point. Now, by now, you should understand how the objection prehab funnel is and why it's so effective at systematizing that desperately needed trust for your prospects and generating more bought in and more motivated patients, creating a prospect journey that leads to more higher quality booked evaluations who are ready to invest in packages, especially in today's trust recession and economy. And that's why today, for the first time ever, we're offering to install the entire objection prehab funnel in your practice, completely done for you. Now, if you've already heard enough information and want to take advantage of this unique opportunity, I highly recommend going below and booking a call to speak with our team. The link is in the description along with this video. Now, for those of you who still need more information, this is precisely why I believe that the objection prehab funnel is the absolute most effective and streamlined way to ethically grow and scale a cash practice. Okay. Number one. Okay. Number one, it makes you and your team trusted advisors, not salespeople. Okay. Reimbursement cuts are leading to shorter, overcrowded visits, longer wait times, less human connection, and worse outcomes. People are fed up with the traditional healthcare model, and they want something that's more permanent and authentic. They want more permanent solutions. They want permanent relationships. They want a permanent lifestyle change. Okay, prospects are dying for a trustworthy expert to lead them to a better way of living happier, healthier, and more active lives where slowing down and quitting their favorite activities aren't an unavoidable life sentence. Okay, we even have prospects reaching out to our clinic to make sure that we aren't bound by the limitations set by insurance companies and they want to pay cash. This is a Google review one of our clients just got, who was desperate to find a cash-based clinic that understood CrossFitters because the traditional healthcare system that they had gone to was telling them that they just weren't allowed to pistol squat anymore. They weren't allowed to do their favorite lifts. And this is happening more and more often. Okay, it doesn't happen every single day, but it definitely is becoming more and more common. The objection prehab funnel manufactures these people by authentically educating and consulting the masses on their best course of action while making them feel heard, understood, and validated for the first time by a healthcare provider. Let's face it, although I'm sure your treatment approach is unique, from the prospect's perspective, it doesn't look or feel that different than what they've already tried. If your unique selling proposition is 60-minute sessions with a doctor of physical therapy, prospects aren't going to see your value compared to the alternatives. And why should they? If the marketing, the discovery call, the intake, the onboarding, the evaluation, and the solution feel and sound similar to what they've tried or have heard of before, they'll at most believe that you're marginally better, but not worth 4 times their copay. But if you build a consultative brand, which the objection prehab funnel is the best at doing, by the way, prospects arrive asking better questions and are open to new solutions if that means that they get to work with you. Okay, it's what allowed our Dr. Ben Boggy to reach $2 million a year selling physical therapy services. It's what allows Dr. Stacy Barber, the Physio Fix, to hit 883,000 followers selling physical therapy programs online. It's what allowed Jeff Moore to build a 32 clinic cash rehab empire using ICE. It's what allowed Dr. Arash Maksudi and Dr. Craig Lindell and Dr. Michael Lau to build a 50,000 user base for the Prehab Guys app selling online prehab programs. Okay, cash-based physical therapy. Rehab and cash physical therapy, rehab and wellness are incredibly saturated industries. There's nothing insanely unique about their products or any of their services. Yet, all of them have been able to leverage their brand to create generational wealth in a few short years. That's what all of these companies did. They built brands, even though that it was a very saturated market. They found massive success by focusing on building a brand. Okay, attention and trust is the new oil, and the objection prehab funnel is your oil rig. Okay, Hermosi recently posted that the longer he does business, the longer he believes a single truth, that brand is over everything. And that is 100% true in what we're seeing in cash physical therapy. Okay, the objection prehab funnel allows for much more profit. Okay, demand for high quality care is exploding, and so is the cash physical therapy and rehab industry. Okay, it would be difficult to find a town in the United States that doesn't have at least 3 cash-based clinics. And if you agree with that, drop it in the comments. Okay, and your competitors are simply copying and pasting what it is that they see you doing. Okay, they're contacting the same referral sources, they're running the same ads, and have the exact same offer, only cheaper. Okay, these cash practices are traps in a race to the bottom where nobody is going to win. Okay, I used to think that practices that can generate the most leads win. I was wrong. Okay, the practice that retains patients the longest wins, always. Since installing the objection prehab funnel, our patients buy more visits, they enroll into our multi-continuity programs, and spend 25% more on average, allowing us to reinvest that into creating a transformative patient experience. Okay, this means more referrals, more reviews, and less marketing with a greater ROI. While most practices are trapped in this revolving door of patient attrition, we've built a self-sustaining machine that turns strangers into highly motivated patients who see the value long-term in preventative care, not just the problems that they're facing right now today. To put it simply, more visits equals more profit and less stress for your business. This is a picture of our practice's numbers and our team's numbers since November 2018 to November 2023. Okay, on average, all of our PTs are getting their patients to come in for 9.2 visits per package. Okay, our revenue has grown nearly every single month for the last several years of running this business. And while doing so, we've been able to maintain at least a 30% profit margin. Any of these dips you see here were days where we were in the middle of hiring, where someone left, and we had to find a new hire very quickly. And so overall, our profit margin, as we've grown and scaled our practice to doing over $100,000 per month, has been over 30% that we've been able to reinvest into our teams, reinvest into our experience, reinvest into our equipment, and be able to pay ourselves a healthy amount as well that we can then reinvest into other profit vehicles that we want to invest in. Now, while our competitors wrongly assume that our success comes from what it is they're able to see online, the real competitive advantage is what's happening behind the scenes, giving us a consistent 6 to 8x return on every single dollar that we put into our marketing. This added layer of profit creates a moat around your business, allowing you to proactively enhance the patient experience rather than reactively hustling for more patient acquisition. Okay. On top of that, it prevents objections before the evaluation actually happens. When patients show up to their evaluation with us, they've already decided that they want to move forward with the package. Okay. There's only one reason people don't invest in cash-based treatment. They simply just don't think that it's going to be worth their time. Rather than trying to smash prospects onto our calendar during a discovery visit, we try to defend our schedule at all costs from those who aren't a good fit to work with us. Our consultative selling approach creates an unexpectedly transparent and helpful first impression that leads to prospects trying to convince us why our process is going to work for them and why they are a good fit for our treatment approach and why we should book them for an evaluation versus just refer them to an in-network clinic somewhere down the road. Okay, those who make it on our schedule receive a highly personalized onboarding experience that builds a relationship with their provider and reinforces their decision to pay cash and builds the belief that our unique process is the key to unlocking their dream future outcome for themselves. Now, this makes selling treatment plans and packages a lot more like taking orders than actual selling. This is another screenshot of some of our clients' data across their teams who, after implementing this, are across the board getting their teams brand new grads, in many cases with no sales experience, to be able to convert 90+% of their evaluations into cash package sales. Okay, we had Cole Bolin implement this. His package close rate nearly doubled, and he's substantially grown his practice. This person, he's on cloud 9. He's hitting his goals way faster than he ever expected. This particular person didn't think he'd be able to get out of his job for another 6 to 12 months. We were able to get him out of his job in under 3 months. Okay, when we recommend a package or a plan of care, the sale is so much more like taking orders because we've anchored prospects' certainty in their dream outcome and our process prior to ever making a recommendation. We have these conversations before the pitch ever actually happens. Okay, we had Dr. Matthew Longfellow implement this system, and he's added an additional $30,000 a month from his marketing using this sales system, and said, "I'm seeing an extra $30,000 to $35,000 from the website alone, with an 80 to 90% conversion rate for packages. It's not even sales anymore. It feels like just a clinical conversation where I'm telling them what it is that they need." That's the power of consultative selling and making sure that we're hitting on all the right touch points throughout the entire patient journey, which no other business does. Okay, it allows us to charge more without us having to be salesy. Okay, regardless of income, people find ways to pay for what it is that they value. We're charging $295 per visit in Oakland, California, where the median income is $47,000 a year. How? Okay, because we don't sell physical therapy. We sell life transformations using a unique mechanism that prospects can't get anywhere else, something that we invented that nobody else has. Okay, we created a 3-step process that is curated and tailored to each individual patient population that we serve, creating a one-of-a-kind experience. Combined with a high-touch patient journey that builds trust with every single touch point, we have 2 things required to be perceived as a true premium service. Okay, high connection rate and high distinction, meaning our patient base is highly loyal and our service is very difficult to replace. Okay, without either one of these things, you're a commodity service, and prospects are going to treat you like one and make buying decisions based off of either price or convenience, and nobody in cash rehab wants that. If you have high connection but low distinction, you have good rapport, but ultimately you're highly replaceable. Okay, if you have high connection but low distinction, you have good rapport, Oh, if you have high distinction but low connection, it's easy for competition to win over your customers simply by copying what it is that you're doing and then just building a better relationship with them. Okay, the truth is, most cash-based clinics are commodities offering the same service at a competitive rate, attracting commodity shoppers and getting commodity results. Okay, low trust, low loyalty, low retention, and low profits. Okay, it's like using small bait like corn in hopes that you're going to catch a really big fish like a muskie. Okay, the big fish that you want to attract are hungry and they don't believe that your small piece of corn is going to satisfy their appetite. And so they're going to go hunt elsewhere. Okay, in other words, they don't believe that you can really be that good if your price isn't reflecting that. Okay, and how good can it actually be if you hardly have enough profit margin to pay yourself, let alone provide a world-class premium experience? Okay, selling cash-based services, and I want you to write this down, is just as much about emotion and perception as it is about getting world-class results for your patients. Now let's take a look at the definition here. Okay, the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. Okay, what this means is that selling cash packages is about how you're making your prospects feel, not think. Okay, the objection prehab funnel is the best at increasing perceived value because it positions your services as the Peloton of rehab and prevention. Okay, it builds curiosity and excitement in those patients who are sick of the traditional treatment model that hasn't worked for them yet. It establishes trust by personalizing and tailoring the process for each individual prospect. Okay, it fosters loyalty through transparency, telling patients the truth about what it's actually going to take to solve the root cause of their issue and achieve their goals, even when that means telling hard truths and having to risk the sale by telling them something that they might not want to hear. Okay, the result is new grads with little sales experience converting evals into packages at over 90%, leaving veteran PTs selling commodity services in the dust. Okay, and it's fully automated. The entire objection prehab funnel is automated. Commodity practices rely on forging strong relationships and with referral sources and with each of their prospects to generate revenue and remain competitive. Okay, the price of success under this model is your time. Most likely the owner's time, creating this massive bottleneck inside of the practice, preventing it from scaling. Okay, it requires diligence, patience, and perpetual hustle in order to remain profitable. The best case scenario with this is an inevitable feast and famine cycle brought about by this strategy being successful. Okay, the more time building relationships equals more workshops and referrals equals less time for building relationships. Over and over and over again. It is a vicious and unavoidable cycle when you're a commodity business. Okay, the worst case scenario, you don't have time to network effectively because you're stuck in a full-time job, or you have time, but the referral sources you're trying to build relationships with already have partnerships with other providers in town. Okay, when you have a premium service, on the other hand, which is created naturally by the objection prehab funnel, you don't have to rely on word of mouth, workshops, or referrals for success because your services sell themselves. Okay, when a product or service is so good that it sells itself, paid advertising becomes the most powerful and high-yielding investment vehicle that any business owner could use. Okay, for every dollar we put into meta advertising, we get $5 to $8 back. Okay, if we take a look at one of these profitability trackers from one of our clients, let's go down the full breakdown. Okay, I'm not going to go through all these numbers because I already showed you it. But over the course of over a year, they generated over $130,000 at a 5.47 return on their ad spend. Okay, that is a massive return. Investing in the S&P 500 is one of the best investment vehicles that anybody can use, promising an 8% return year over year. Okay, but our ads driving complete strangers into the objection prehab funnel is yielding a 500+% return year over year. Is that a much better investment? That's a better investment. Drop some love in the comments. Okay, but our ads, our mastermind clients in 2023 alone generated more than $20 million in cash package sales and averaged a 6x return on their ad spend at scale over the span of an entire year. Luke Greenwell, in 2023, he generated over $100,000 from his ads at a 5.1 return on his ad spend. AJ Cohen, who's on here. What's up, AJ? AJ Cohen spent $26,000 in 2023, generated $173,000 at a 6.67 return on his ad spend. Okay, The best part of all of this is that their meta ad system generates leads. It converts them into highly motivated booked evaluations while they're sleeping and can be managed in-house in less than an hour per week. Okay, as a very welcome consequence of doing this, their networking, their workshops, their word of mouth strategies work even better because referral sources have seen their brand's ads and are more inclined to work with them because they don't reek of desperation like all the other commodity practices do. Okay. Implementing this means that you are also going to be ahead of the curve. For better or worse, more and more rehab and wellness professionals are starting their own cash practices, mostly out of necessity, right? If you started your practice because you had to, not because you always dreamed of being an entrepreneur, say me in the comments, because I know there's a lot of you. Every day, a new cash physical therapist, chiro, or wellness professional begins their mission to destroy the traditional healthcare system and provide the best care in town, right? That's probably you. Okay, they're offering 60-minute one-on-one sessions, charging cheaper rates, essentially cutting the knees from under all of their competition. You. Now, if this hasn't already happened to you yet, I promise you that it's going to. Right now, there's so much information out there about how to start a practice, but not how to run one profitably and effectively that scales. Information is democratized. Anybody can share it, and everyone has access to it. Instead of being upset or discouraged by the volume of the competition in your town, use the Objection Prehab funnel to install a real business system that scales while it's still a blue ocean, because this is absolutely the best opportunity to be in the cash rehab and wellness game. Don't just sell physical therapy or chiropractic treatment. Provide a world-class patient experience with transformational outcomes with repeatable systems. Okay, most cash practice owners have basic services with basic marketing with zero systems that scale, leaving them insanely vulnerable to environmental shifts. Anything could happen. They get sick, their business is done. If something happens with the economy, their business is done. Okay. Something I pulled from Charles Darwin is that it's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change that wins. Okay, another way to put this is that I found to be extremely accurate is it's not the smartest business owners that succeed, nor the most skilled clinicians that survive. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. Measurable and repeatable systems are leverage. The more leverage you have, the more adaptable and scalable you become. Without systems and leverage, you'll never be able to grow your business beyond yourself, and your business will always be at risk. Okay, you can stop trading time for money. Okay, this leads perfectly into this next point of why the Objection Prehab funnel is the must-have growth strategy for cash rehab professionals. Ben has managed ProKinetics entirely remotely and hasn't treated patients in the last 4 years. Okay, businesses are meant to serve us, not the other way around. Practices that install the Objection Prehab funnel experience consistent and predictable growth, allowing them to replace themselves in their business faster. Okay, you likely did not start your practice so that you could be seeing 25 to 30 patients every single week for the rest of your life, or even the next 5 to 10 years. Most likely, you started it to create more time and financial freedom for yourself in your life. Despite everyone wanting this, most owners are slaves to the machines that they built, working harder than they ever have before, wearing all the hats, while their business's revenue is tied directly to their time and their effort. To put it plainly, they're just employees of their own making. Okay, the Objection Prehab funnel creates consistent and predictable cash flow that allows practice owners to hire with confidence, buy back their time, and become true business owners. When you have systems and teams, your business becomes an actual asset that produces profit for you and your family, regardless of whether or not you're working in the practice or on vacation. We had Frank Allen recently, who we're celebrating a win for because we helped him hire his first staff. And for the very first time, thanks to the systems and the Objection Prehab funnel, he was able to generate thousands of dollars of revenue while he was on vacation with his family, not even thinking about work. He just got texts from Zelle that he made thousands of dollars. We had Jeannie Williams, same situation. Neither of these people ever thought that they would be building teams. They just wanted to get out of the jobs or sapping the life out of them. But because of this system, because it was so easy to scale, they realized that it was much harder to continue to grow on their own than it was to just bring on another person, because the systems are so streamlined and it's so easy to plug someone into. Jeannie had this exact experience. And she, for the first time last year since she opened her business, she was able to go on a trip to Europe. And during that trip, even though she took more than a week off for her practice and didn't tune in once, she still hit a record month in her practice because of this system. So the result is having a larger impact than you ever thought possible, while having time and financial freedom to do the things that you've always wanted to do in your life, unrestricted by the needs of your business. Okay, if you're ready to jump on this one-of-a-kind opportunity, don't hesitate to make a move and book your call with our team immediately. The link is next to this video. Okay, we're searching for a beta group of cash rehab professionals and wellness experts who want us to install the Objection Prehab funnel into their practice over the next couple weeks. Okay, we're not hard selling anyone. We only want people who see the value in this new growth system and want to be one of the first people to leverage it inside of their community. So be sure to book a call with our team now. The link is next to this video. Okay, so there's absolutely no risk in simply setting up a call and talking about how we can tailor the Objection Prehab funnel for your practice. Now, for those of you who are interested but still have some questions, let me just address a few of those concerns that you may have around leveraging the Objection Prehab funnel. If you have questions, feel free to drop them inside of the chat, where I'd be happy to circle back and get those answered for you. So how does this actually differ from traditional marketing funnels, right? The traditional marketing strategy taught by gurus today, like voucher ads and workshops, are only designed to generate conversations. As I said previously, the strategy lives or dies by your ability to demonstrate your value in a single, very brief interaction. While these strategies use logic to compel patients to pay cash using discounts, the Objection Prehab funnel systematically pushes and pulls on prospects' emotions, getting them to convince themselves that they want to work with you. Okay, the Objection Prehab funnel uses strategic automated systems, emotional communication, and consultative sales processes to guide strangers through the emotional cycle of change. Okay, and so in anytime someone goes through change in their life, whether they're buying something, marrying someone, or moving somewhere, they go through these exact stages. Okay, stage one, uninformed optimism. Someone just opted into your ads. They've never heard of cash rehab before. They expect to be able to use their insurance. They come in pretty optimistic. But then you talk to them and they start to ask, like, well, I want to use my insurance. Do you take my insurance? And now they have informed pessimism, because they're like, oh, you don't take my insurance? Well, this isn't for me then. Okay. And then they realize through our conversation, and they reach the valley of despair, because they now understand that going the in-network traditional route isn't going to get them back to running marathons or whatever ideal outcome they actually want for themselves. The Objection Prehab funnel now helps them navigate through all of this. Now, at the bottom here in the valley of despair, this is where most practice owners can never get their leads to move forward and commit. But the Objection Prehab funnel, through our unique process and through our automated systems, helps overcome this by sharing stories of people who have had the same issue, through our unique three-step unique mechanism that gets them to see that this is something brand new that I've never heard of before. We have our satisfaction guarantee to relieve a lot of the pressure and fear people have. And then during that evaluation, we give them the emotion-based win, an action-based win, and an outcome-based win before they leave, so that they can feel and truly believe that they made more progress in 60 minutes than anyone else has been able to give them over the last several months and years that they've been struggling with this. So no matter the discount or how long that your patients get to work with you one-on-one, paying cash for healthcare services will never, ever be more logical than using their insurance elsewhere, especially when your prospects have a high monthly premium. Okay, to convert strangers into motivated and exciting patients for life, we need a system that caters to winning them over with emotions first. Okay, the Objection Prehab funnel is the absolute best at doing this. Selling insurance-based care, it's a very logical decision, but to get people to see the long-term benefit and to buy into achieving their hopes and their dreams through your services, that is a very emotional, complex sale. That is what the Objection Prehab funnel is designed to manage automatically. Okay, is it really scalable and with minimal effort? Okay, let's be honest. No business can ever be successful without a great deal of effort. If you're looking for a magic bullet where you can have everything and have it work and be profitable, the Objection Prehab funnel just isn't for you. If you're looking for magic, go find some lamps, give them a rub, and hope a genie pops out. Okay, while the Objection Prehab funnel requires hard work, it still is the fastest and easiest way to scale to 10K, 50K, and even 100K per month inside of a cash practice. Rather than leveraging your time, It leverages button clicks and your resources to grow your business around the clock, allowing you to wake up every single day with new, eager prospects waiting to speak with you. Okay, between the time your patients schedule and the time they show up, the Objection Prehab funnel soothes concerns, amplifies motivation, reinforces belief, and gets patients excited about investing before they even show up to see you. Okay, after a prospect opts in, after a prospect opts in or a patient gets discharged, the system automatically continues to nurture and follow up in perpetuity, reactivating cold leads, past relationships, and maximizing the business value of each and every prospect and lead inside of your community effortlessly. Now, Dr. Lacey, she implemented this exact same system, had her practice only for a few months. She wasn't getting the growth that she wanted to have, but then implemented this. She grew to multiple 5 figures a week with multiple 5 figures a month within just 90 days of working with us. Okay, we have Dr. Jason Rocca, who hit his first 20K months within a matter of a few short weeks of working with us. And he was able to go full-time in his practice in a matter of a few months rather than an entire year, which is what he thought. He was working 2 jobs and it was tearing him apart. And we're able to get him full-time in his practice, earning more than he's ever earned, having more time freedom than he's ever had before. Then we had Frank Allen, who we've heard from before. Within the first couple weeks of the program, he had tripled his practice's income and had more work-life balance than he had ever had before. He was even able to take Fridays off while continuing to earn more personally than he ever had in his previous job. To summarize all of this, the Objection Prehab funnel provides the leverage practice owners need to quickly and consistently pack their schedule while freeing up their time to focus on the parts of their life and the business that actually light them up and focus less on the things that pull their energy away. So isn't this a bit complex and messy? Yes and no. Okay, it's definitely not messy. Okay, it would be if you didn't leverage the Objection Prehab funnel and instead decided to randomly run ads and network. But the Objection Prehab funnel was designed to be efficient. Okay, every single thing is connected to another piece and has a very specific place and purpose. Okay, our team installs all of the complex systems for you, and you get to manage it all from a simple dashboard, so no leads start slipping through the cracks and everything is accurately accounted for. Okay, this dashboard makes sure that every single opportunity that comes into your business is automatically tracked and categorized with where they're supposed to be inside the business so that we're able to follow up with people automatically. We're able to reactivate past patients. We're able to make sure that new leads who come in receive the same world-class experience that all of your other cash package converters also got to go through. The system can be complex, but we install 100% of it done for you and then manage it together until you no longer need us. Okay, I won't lie and say that this stuff is easy to set up. This is our life's work. Okay, it is easy to manage once you have it set up, but setting it up does require a science and a system. But you don't want things to be easy. This is complex, but you definitely don't want a simple system inside of your practice. If it were easy, everybody would do it and it wouldn't be valuable. Any newbie can make a discounted voucher and run Facebook ads, which is why you see so many of them today. The Objection Prehab funnel takes an upfront investment, but pays dividends for years and years to come. Okay. Now looking at this, talking a lot about ads, isn't it difficult to run meta ads? Don't I need to hire an agency or something? Okay. I've been playing in the physical therapy marketing game for over 10 years. Okay, this is a picture of me and my partner Max at the APTA conference where we're selling marketing and patient experience software in 2015. This is a picture from our most recent Clinical Marketer Live event in 2024. Okay, in my experience, meta ads have followed a bell curve. Okay, in the beginning, you could run a free discovery call or an ebook ad and get really good results. Okay, then as more people entered the scene and started running Facebook ads, the features got really complex and they kept getting more and more complex as more people came in. But now Meta realized how many more people would actually run ads, meaning pay them more money, if it were easy enough for anyone to be able to do it profitably. Okay. You used to need an agency because there were so many different tools and absolutely every single thing had to be done manually. But today, AI does most of the heavy lifting and it only takes a few clicks to run ads that generate dozens of leads. Okay, the key to results now is having a good offer and a strong system that converts leads into buyers once they actually opt in. As I said before, our average client last year generated a 6x return on ad spend from their ads, yet they spent less than 2 hours per week on those ads. Okay, this is a picture of our clients who attended the event who have generated more than $100,000 from the Meta ad system that we helped set them up with as a part of the Objection Prehab funnel. Okay, some even generated $500,000. These clients all generated more than $500,000 since installing the system, and several have even generated more than $1 million since installing the Objection Prehab funnel inside of their practice. This is just one of them. Dr. Christian Mercel, when we awarded him his 7-figure impact award. Now, will it work for my specific practice and market? To be honest, we don't know until we have an open, raw, and honest conversation about your unique situation. We've successfully installed the Objection Prehab funnel into hundreds of practices, ranging from pickleball specialists to surfers to pelvic health experts and massage therapists in both rural and urban markets, both blue collar and white collar. Okay, it all works. It's easier to tell you who we don't work with. Okay, we do not work with occupational therapists, neurologists, acupuncturists, MDs promoting surgery, or home health. Anyone who focuses on more geriatric populations, it's pretty much a no-go simply because that's not who we work with. Okay, it's not what we specialize in. It's not the population that we've validated these systems with. Okay, now if our practice, we work with active adults, athletes, women and men experiencing pelvic health complications, and adults who are just motivated to improve their overall health and wellness and prevent future injuries. Now, if that's you and that's who you work with, the Objection Prehab funnel can absolutely work for you. Okay, I'm not concerned about that at all. I'm far more concerned on whether or not you will work for it and are willing to actually commit 3 to 5 hours per week to growing your business and making your dream practice become your reality. So if you talk to us and if we agree that this makes sense, what would you actually get? Now, for those that join this small beta group this week only, here's everything that you're going to get. Number one, we set up and launch your Objection Prehab funnel all for you. This takes you 0 time. We fill your calendar with patients willing to invest in their health using niche-specific ads to match your ideal patient population, whether it's pelvic health, CrossFit, active adult, general ortho. Again, takes you 0 time. We're going to set that up for you. We set up all of your email and SMS automations to prehab price, stalling, and do you take my insurance-based objections. 0 time on your end. We'll conduct one-on-one role play calls with you to iron out all the jitters before your first real patient call. This will take us about 60 to 90 minutes for you to feel really, really proficient in this area. Our coaches with their own multi-6-figure and even 7-figure practices. We just had 2 of our coaches hit over $1 million run rate. They will review your ads to analyze and spot any potential disconnects that are preventing you from getting more pay in full commitments. Okay, this is going to take about 5 to 7 hours of your time over the span of the weeks that we're going to be working together to learn a skill that is going to pay you for the rest of your life. Okay. We'll show you how to manage your own self-sustaining patient acquisition system so that you're not reliant on us long-term. The goal is for you to be completely independent, unhinged, or unattached from anyone else who might be able to throttle your success. It is 100% in your hands. Now, in addition to doing all of these things for you and helping you do this stuff, you're also going to get a fully SEO optimized, high converting website that's 100% done for you. As I said earlier, Dr. Matt and dozens of others are generating tens of thousands of dollars per month just from their website since we built it out for them. You'll also get 150 days working with us instead of the traditional 90. Normally, we just work with you for 90 days. We're going to give everyone an extra 60 days or 2 months inside of the program, which would normally cost you $3,000. If you join this week, we're also going to give you a $1,500 coaching scholarship to apply to the investment to work with us. And lastly, this one's priceless. We're going to give you a free ticket to come and join us at the next Clinical Marketer Live event in January 2025. Now, on top of all of this, we're also going to guarantee you that if you qualify to work with us, you are going to add an extra $30,000 in 90 days, or we will continue to work with you one-on-one for free until you do. And we will put that in writing for you. In fact, we're going to put that in writing for you. Now, with all that we're doing for you, do you guys feel like it's pretty realistic for us to be able to fill you or your staff schedule over the next 120 days, given the fact that we've done this for hundreds of practices already, including our own? That's literally just 2 to 3 patients a day, which is insanely achievable using this system. Now, obviously, I'm being really conservative here because we have people who are doing a lot better than this at scale as they get these systems dialed in. But we're getting started with just 10 beta group members just this week. Now, if you're ready to jump in on this one-of-a-kind opportunity, don't hesitate to make your move. Book a call with our team immediately. The link, again, is next to this video. Now, can I just keep doing what it is that I'm doing? You might be asking that. Maybe things are going okay. And you're curious if, like, do I really need this sort of thing? Well, yes. If you are, whatever you're doing is actually working and you're happy with your growth rate, then by all means, just keep doing it. Okay, that's the beauty of the Objection Prehab funnel, though. It works flawlessly with all of your other patient acquisition strategies. In fact, it even enhances them. Whether you're already running Meta ads, Google ads, doing content marketing, doing local networking, or doing workshops, the Objection Prehab funnel will actually improve the effectiveness of these marketing channels. But take it from someone who has spent thousands of hours and hundreds of thousands of dollars trying all of the above methods. You want to start building a brand with the Objection Prehab funnel. Making your first or adding an additional $10,000 per month is incredibly simple using this method. Ask yourself, honestly, what would you do with an extra $10,000 per month if you had that in your business right now? What would you do with an extra $10,000 next month? Okay, what would having the skills to generate at least an additional $10,000 a month do for your life when you extrapolate that over the next 30 years? Let that sink in. So with all that being said, I want to formally invite you to book a call with our team about how we can install the Objection Prehab funnel into your practice today. We're only looking to work with a handful of cash rehab and wellness professionals who have a price point minimum $150 per visit and willing to sell cash packages, and how to understand how the Objection Prehab funnel can be predictably generating high quality valuations that show up, that buy and buy again. Now, first of all, I cannot stress this enough. There's not just one thing that makes the Objection Prehab funnel actually work. Okay, it's not just about charging premium rates, running some ads, sending some follow-up emails, and just following a sales script. Okay, it is a system. All the pieces work together harmoniously like the human body. One dysfunctional piece can throw everything else into disaster. Okay, it can easily take you 100 plus hours if you try to piece all this stuff together in this entire system all on your own. Not to mention, if you've never actually built it before, you don't even know what success actually looks like. Okay, this is me and my partner's entire life work. We've been putting all this together and testing and inventing new strategies for years. Okay, after testing dozens of different acquisition strategies and marketing campaigns, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads for ourselves, managing millions of dollars in ads for our clients, and working with 500 plus cash rehab professionals, we've boiled this process down to an exact science. Okay, second of all, this is not a course. Okay, we are licensing out our entire system that has generated us $10 million in cash package sales and helping you install that system into your practice. Okay, we'll be working with you one-on-one inside of our private Facebook community every single week, every single day, answering your questions, delivering tools and assets, and optimizing your campaigns with you. Our team of experts is most of the heavy lifting for you, building, structuring, and connecting the Objection Prehab funnel, writing your ads, creating your ad creatives, writing your emails, customizing sales scripts, piecing it all together, and testing it before all of it goes live. Plus, if you join this week, we'll cover the cost of building you a high converting SEO optimized website, which means while we're launching your marketing campaigns in the Objection Prehab system, you can be getting hot leads calling you from your website just in the next 2 weeks. Okay, you'll also get a $1,500 coaching scholarship and an extra 60 days in our normally 90-day program, which ultimately means that you're going to have nearly twice the support and a fraction of the upfront investment that the majority of our most successful clients had when we got them their ROI, which allows you to get a much, much faster return than they had. Okay, here is how this entire process works should you decide to move forward with us after booking a call. First, we're going to pair you with your own personal accountability coach who will work with you on a one-on-one basis every single week to help you learn and manage your new Objection Prehab funnel. Then we're going to optimize your premium offer and patient experience, making it irresistible to your market. Okay, you'll be able to charge higher rates, book more evaluations, convert more packages, and collect more cash up front, all while making your services simpler and cheaper for you to fulfill on. which ultimately means that you'll be able to take home more money with less work and start to separate yourself from your competition. Okay, we do all of this stuff first because it builds on the foundation of every other step. It allows us to scale much, much faster when we nail this down first. After that, we're going to conduct a one-on-one role play with you to review your sales calls and your evaluation pitch to help you master the consultative sales process. Okay, you'll even get access to our Cash Rehab role play bot. And if you've used it, give role play bot some love in the comments. We invented this, and hundreds of our cash practice owners have used it to fine-tune their sales skills. And you'll be able to have access to this 24/7 to train yourself on how to convert strangers into excited cash pay evaluations. Now, our bot simulates real-life prospect scenarios and attempts to use its own insurance and uses other common objections and then grades you on how effectively you navigated and prevented those objections. Now, the best part is you can use the Cash Rehab Roleplay bot to train your future hires in practice on zero-risk scenarios. Okay, until our team knows and verifies that you are prepared to convert leads into evaluations and that you're able to convert those evaluations into packages, we don't even allow you to turn on ads. Okay, we need to make sure that before we pour gasoline on the fire, that there's actually a fire there. Because if you try to run ads without mastering the sales process, you're inviting chaos into your business. Okay, next, on top of that, we'll install the Objection Prehab funnel for you once we have those pieces down. Okay, this custom automated end-to-end marketing system is meticulously designed to create a prospect journey that manufactures trust and turns total strangers into cash package conversions. We have dozens and dozens of proven campaigns for most patient populations. Okay, we'll access your current patient populations. We'll analyze that. We'll identify your lowest hanging fruit, and most likely patient population to focus on that's going to lead to the fastest results. And we're going to set all that up for you to guarantee that you get the best results right out of the gate. Now, the best part is that you'll no longer have to sell during your evaluation. It becomes so much more like order taking because each of these touch points pushes them further and further to they're closer and closer to the idea and their own decision that working with you is going to be the best decision for them. Okay, and again, this isn't like any coaching program or course. We're not going to overwhelm you with information and leave you to figure things out on your own. Your accountability coach and our highly experienced team of cash practice owners who have built their own multi-6 and 7-figure practices and who have worked on hundreds of marketing systems do most of the heavy lifting for you within this system. So doing this way, us putting in all this front end work is just as much for our benefit as it is for yours. Okay, after building hundreds of practice systems, we are way more practiced and skilled at doing any of this stuff than our clients are. Okay, we're able to guarantee that you'll add an additional $30,000 in 90 days because we do all of the most impactful and difficult things for you. Okay, in addition to that, once we have the Objection Prehab funnel installed and running, we'll continue to work with you one-on-one and in group settings to refine your systems, optimize the entire thing, and work with you every single week to help you get higher and higher returns on your investment. Now, we'll listen to all of your sales calls. We'll give you feedback. We'll review all of your ad campaigns, all of their performance, and tell you and show you what it is you need to do next. Make sure you understand why. And then through repetition, teach you how to manage this entire thing for yourself in less than an hour per week. Okay, this ultimately means that you'll never be alone during this process. No more digging through course curriculum and spending 70 plus hours every single week working on your business. Okay, we're just one message away from solving any bottleneck or problem that you might encounter. And that's not all. Once we solve your patient acquisition problem, you'll likely run into a fulfillment problem next. Okay, that's why we'll help you design your own unique patient experience and fulfillment system. We'll show you and help you install the same systems that we created that takes newly closed plans of cares and packages and turn them into raving, satisfied, and referral-giving patients in the most streamlined way possible. Once you're able to retain patients for an average of 6+ visits and have a healthy 30+ percent profit margin, the next problem that you're most likely going to run into is an operational problem. Okay, after coaching hundreds of cash rehab and wellness professionals on this system, rather quickly they need to turn off all of the systems and all of the ads because they don't have the capacity to take on any new patients. Okay, this happens all the time. Okay, that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost revenue while they figure out how to build hiring systems, manage employees, and create attractive compensation packages. Okay. You won't have to experience any of that stuff. We're going to help you determine when you're ready to hire, who you need to hire, show you how to attract top tier talent, what you need to offer them, how to interview them, how to write an epic offer letter, how to manage those teams, how to lead them, and what KPIs they need to achieve with the least amount of headaches and complexity possible. Okay, this is allowing our clients to build and scale their teams and get their time back faster than they ever thought possible. Lastly, although we can get a tremendous amount of stuff done through Zoom together, there's just something very, very special and powerful about getting in the same room with high-level thinkers and practice owners that can unlock areas of growth that you didn't even think existed. Okay, finally, you can join a community of driven and fun and caring, like-minded entrepreneurs where you can not only grow and learn, but also forge lasting friendships and relationships and enjoy those in the journey of growing your practice together. Okay, we're just getting started with what it is that we're able to do and how many different ways that we're able to help you. Okay, we don't see this as a one-time engagement, but rather a true partnership. Okay, we'll treat your business with the same care and commitment and diligence that we treat our own. If you encounter an urgent issue or have a critical question, we are here for you. We have your back. Okay, we'll have access to our entire Facebook community where our entire client success team is dedicated to your success. We have over 13 people on our team, all whose sole job is to make sure that you get the help you need in a timely and efficient manner. So doing this, your goals become our goals. Your challenges become our challenges. And our mission is to tackle those challenges as swiftly with minimal effort on your part. Okay, imagine this. Okay, your marketing campaign isn't delivering the results that you were expecting it to, that you needed it to. Okay, if you were on your own, you'd be left to basically guess your way through it and hope that it works out. But with us, you can simply just reach out to our team, and we'll basically jump on Zoom with you. We'll jump on a call. We'll work through whatever issue that we can identify. We'll help you identify what the real issue is and then give you all the advice and tools that you need to make the adjustments necessary to get you back on track. And our client success team isn't just trained staff, all right? They're all former clients who have successfully implemented the Objection Prehab funnel into their own practices, scaling their businesses to 6 and 7 figures. The people the other people who are on our team all have ran their own successful businesses and know what it takes to win in local small business. But there is a catch to all of this stuff, okay? There's no additional cost to having this level of support. You don't have to give us any equity. There's no crazy monthly retainer in working with us to have this level of support. But due to the hands-on nature of our work and the level of personalized support that we provide, we can only work with a limited number of people every single month just because of how much time and effort we pour into each individual. Okay, so due to the hands-on nature, we really can only work with a certain number of people. So we specifically work with cash rehab and wellness experts and practice owners who are already charging at least $150 per visit and selling at least $1,500 cash packages. Now, if that sounds like you, I encourage you to go beneath this video, book a call to learn how we can install the Objection Prehab funnel into your practice today. Okay, when booking, you will also see a few questions so that'll help us research your business and come prepared to discuss what next steps look like for implementing this system into your practice. Now, after you book, we'll send you a link to our website with case studies, client success stories, video testimonials, all these things that are going to showcase the effectiveness of the Objection Prehab funnel. Now, if you've tried your practice, if you're tired of your practice not delivering the freedom and the revenue that you feel like it should, scroll to the bottom of this video and schedule your call with our team. We have limited slots for our new clients this month, so do not wait. Those who join this week will also receive a high-converting, fully optimized SEO website. You're going to get a $1,500 coaching scholarship to apply to our program, and you're going to get an extra 60 days inside of our program at no extra cost, making it a total of 150 days where we get to work with you every day, every week to make sure that you reach a level of growth in your business where you can finally feel free and comfortable and safe, that you're making the kind of impact that you meant to make when you started your practice to begin with. So book your call now to explore how the Objection Prehab funnel can transform your practice today. Thanks for listening, you guys. If there are any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to go into answer any of your questions. But thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.